Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with the MSC boys. Well, no hoops, but we got Pgilby, and Pgilby is just too cool to join the MSC clan. He regularly says he doesn't deserve it and he's not good enough, which is hilarious because it's not like we're a competitive clan. We just play for the lulz, the fun times. Alright, but we are all tier 8s. This is one of my first games in the Ragnarok, I believe. It's been a while since I downloaded this, and I've been saving it because it is quite a hilarious video. But you gotta stick around till the end, maybe not the very end, but stick around, you will see why it is so hilarious. Alright, so this grill comes over the edge, smokes Drewski and his Falcon. I believe he had just gotten the Falcon. That's one of his first games in the Falcon, which he does phenomenal in. Any tank that is very fast floats around the map. Drewski is the guy for that tank. Alright, so we dumped our clip. Now we're going to head out and we're going to try to play some snipey snipe. Don't really want to be in the heat of the action. Our team has one heavy tank. They have a ton of heavy tanks. And I'm just waiting for their heavy tanks to start trundling into the choke. Pgilby and Thyderion are playing middle, and I just kind of want to go there and support them, because I don't feel like I'll be able to support the tier 10 mediums on that flank. We're constantly communicating what we should do. And the curious thing is that we have not spotted their heavy platoon yet. They have some type 5s platooned up. Pgilby takes down the Vanguard with the help of Thyderion. And there's the Action X that's platooned up with the heavy tanks, which is pretty interesting. Because if they sent all their heavy tanks on the 0 line, then I have faith that we should be able to win the choke. Now, on this map, once you've won the choke, the last thing you want to do is drive out the A line to get to their base, because if there are tanks in D0 and they have one spotter, those tanks will be able to farm you while you're in the open. So be careful of that. Really what I recommend is a push to the middle, so cross over D5 and get some tanks into the middle, spot them on the 0 line, and then you can push out the A line if you want to, but really to me, just go back to your base, kill the 2 stragglers that are probably back there trying to cap, and then work your way up the K line, go up to 0, and you can shut them down from there. Now we are losing 3-5, and I have moved over to help my team finish up this choke. The grill takes down Pgilby, so it's just me and Thyderion left in our platoon. And we've got a T110E4 here. Don't want to put the 3rd shell in and risk getting shot. Those are too big of guns to take a shell from. So we're just going to decide to clip up and move away, and then maybe climb up the hill, just get a different angle. Not watching where I'm going, so I'm about to run into a wall. And I really want to go help, but my Batchat's burning to death. And like I said before, I'm a tier 8, and those are tier 10 tank destroyers, so chances of me getting erased is probably pretty easily done. And actually it was a T30. The Grilly has been killed. Our Batchat kills the T110E4, and now there isn't many of them left. I should be able to drop in right behind them. Sure enough, we take the Chieftain out, and we're going to put 2 in this 113. Give him a little ram, just kind of throw his gun off. We did rush that 2nd shot, so we ended up missing that. We are getting capped somehow. How did they sneak through to the cap? They must have went down the river, and then our TD was not spotting them. So you can see their 5-man platoon is still alive. It consists of 4 heavy tanks and a medium tank. And the medium tank is spotted right now in G0. That's a Centurion Action X. And they have, I didn't see, I think it's 2 Type 5s and a mouse. and E100? Can't remember. I'm sure I bring it up again, so you will see it in a bit. Our ship barn takes out their wizard, and now it's down 5 versus 6. Their Action X just killed our grill on the 0 line, so we don't have vision. And we're wondering, so did they move down the 0 line, or are they still camping over here? We're up 1 tank, but they're all tier 10s. Me and Thyderion are tier 8s, so they should have the advantage. However, I mean, that positioning is really tragic. Who takes their heavy platoon to that position? Maybe they just do it for the laughs. I mean, that was a long game to just sit up there and wait. They're poking the ridges, trying to see if they can spot anything, which is quite hilarious. Now, Thyderion and I are going to struggle to pen them. However, we have a waffle and a ship barn on our team. So as long as we can keep them spotted and those two don't get killed, we should be able to pull this down. Now the problem is, and I just noticed there, that there is 3 type 5 heavies and a mouse. If our waffle and our ship barn get spotted, the type 5s, if they are derping, should be able to get full pens into our waffle and our ship barn's turrets. So keep that in mind. A very strange game. And we can't really go cap because they're right above the cap. So they could just drive right down towards us. And we need to make this a long range engagement. But they weren't spotting us until the Action X got back. So really what we want to do is just keep them lit, let our TDs chew them up, and if that Action X makes a mistake, hopefully we can make him pay, because if we take him out, essentially we are knocking out their eyeballs. Now you think if they just went to A4, since the choke battle was so drawn out, that they had enough time to get there. Had they just gone there and pushed, this game would be over. Like, their team would have won already. So that's why this play is so idiotic when it comes to trying to win a game. But if they're just going for the laughs, then absolutely this is a hilarious play if you're in a platoon and you just want to see, like, if you want to troll people. Like, let's just put our super heavies in a sniping location that's going to be hard to get dug out, and then we'll platoon up with this Action X. Now, this is my moment. This Action X has overextended himself. I am spotted, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to look for a shot on this Action X as he's sitting here. I don't want to get derped, so I have to be careful. I'm going to try to sit here and go dark. And, alright, so no more Sixth Sense. I'm going to act like we're backing up, kick some trees over, and then... Okay, maybe this wasn't my moment. Alright, look to see if they're paying attention and they can spot me. So I'm going to back up. And I'm still looking for that Action X. Thyderion is trying to get vision out, figure out where the Action X is. It looks like he's actually right on the other side of the hill. So, alright, I pulled the trigger a little too early. That was not my moment. I have a pretty funny, laughable moment in this game that my platoon mates get to make fun of me, and hopefully you enjoy the laugh once I explain what happens. Alright, so we have a medium tank moving up the K line, which is nice because it'll open up another angle on the heavies. And we just continue to pick up spotting damage. We have finally taken one of their tanks down. Their mouse is half health. Their other Type 5 is on a sliver. And, okay, so I believe this is my moment. Make sure. Yeah, okay. So the Centurion Action X has made a move to get vision extended out for his heavy tanks. And I'm like, watch this. I am going to absolutely surprise this guy. When he comes back to the cover of his heavy tanks, I'm going to get the jump on him, take him out of the game, and it is going to be magnifico. It's going to be amazing. Alright, so we're just going to chill here. Wait for the Action X to come rumbling back. Here he comes. Alright, so we go to get a shot into his lower plate. We fail. Can't figure out where he is in my reticle. He lights me on fire, and I'm dead. And my platoon mates proceed to laugh hysterically at how confident I was at destroying that Action X and him flipping the cards right on top of my head. Oh, tragedy. Alright, so I let Thyderion know, dude, do not throw this. You are key essential to us winning this game. Let's keep them spotted. They're down to 2 heavies and the Action X, and the Action X has extended out wide to get shots on Thyderion. So he's going to fall back kind of towards his tank destroyers, but not really, just to make it look like he's running away. Our M60 is on a fraction of hit points. Thyderion showing off some of his amazing driving skills as he fails to get up that ridge there. Ship Barn takes out the Action X. Perfect. So they have no more eyeballs. Thyderion should be able to keep these 2 spotted pretty easily, and nothing they can do. Our M60, however, just needs to be farted on, and he's dead. It's really up to these 2 tank destroyers. Now, Thyderion might be able to make a play on the base to put cap pressure on. However, like I said before, if they just drive off and the tank destroyers don't have a firing angle on them, then it will make it fairly difficult because then the TDs may not be able to make a long-range engagement since neither of them have good camo either. So, Thyderion hasn't spotted him from the middle, so he wants to move location. Now, he was going to go to the front of the cap. However, if they do spot him there, he's vulnerable, so he decides to go around the backside and use this rock as a position to keep them lit up. And they do spot him, so he has to fall back. Now, had he gone to the front of this rock towards the cap, they would have spotted him. He wouldn't have had any cover. He would have been sitting in the wide open, and they probably would have taken him out. So moving into this position was very smart. Now, the TDs are kind of just sitting in the same position they were a little bit ago, not really making much movement. So I switch over so I can give Thyderion intel on what they are doing. I'm going to ping the map, tell them, yes, I know you don't want to continue to drive up this gigantic hill. However, if we want to finish this game up, we need to make this drive. Now, they're probably thinking, okay, we have 2 minutes. We could extend this game out, and chances are we win because the heavy tanks choose not to come off the hill, and we just win the tiebreaker. However, we don't need to win that way. Tank destroyers, you just got to make the long trek up the hill and finish these boys off. Type 5 has 1,800 hit points, which the Waffle should be able to just gobble that up. The Ship Barn be a little bit more difficult to get a full pen into him. Now the Ship Barn does take a 700 hit and a 400 hit. Mouse is at 380, and then I believe the Ship Barn proceeds to ram the Type 5. The Waffle takes out the Mouse and is looking for shots on the Type 5, starts to shoot his Cupola, and he takes him out, and we don't even sacrifice our Ship Barn. Alright, that was a long game, and I apologize if you did not really look forward to watching us dig those guys out, but this game was too funny not to share it, right? Like, who does that in their super heavy platoon? Go up and snipe in a ridiculous location? I mean, that Ship Barn probably appreciated it. 7,500 damage, 5 kills. The Waffle, 2 kills, 2,600 damage. Not the greatest game, but his buddy did really well. And I take second. Thyderion a little bit further down. I think I just had better spotting angles. But that's really all I got for you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I catch you in the next video.